update about agriculture optional for 2024. Okay. So this is brief about me. I have given interview and also written 2 mains. I've done my PhD from IARI. So this will help you to know with agriculture optional. Okay. So for any guidance or help, you can WhatsApp me. Okay. So first, let me tell you some basics, who should choose the agriculture optional. Okay, so mainly those who are interested, having some biology background in 12th or something, they may not have any issues with respect to agriculture optional. They will be much comfortable going with it. Okay. Mainly the problem will come only with respect to some parts of paper 2 of agriculture optional. Okay. Other than that, in paper 1, you will be able to manage because of the UPSC preparation and the economics and agree in the GS3 portion which you are preparing. Okay. The others who are in BSc agriculture can also easily opt for this. Okay. And when you look at the success rate also, there is a good success rate up to 10 to 15%, which is really good. But if you want like very good marks, like up to 280 plus, I don't say now 300 or 320 because that time has gone. Now mostly students get who are getting very good rank and they may get up to 280 plus. Okay. And if you get 280 plus, even that means that even if you get in GS some above average, not good, only above average in essay, if you get some good marks, then you will be in like less than 100 rank. Okay, but even some of the top scorers who are getting like 200, 300, 400 rank, even those who have scored 250 plus are also in the list, even some within 100 also in the last year rank list if you see. And that's why it is called optional is key for everything. Okay, we spend like a lot of money, time and all these things in GS preparation. Okay, but in mains, usually there is not much difference. Okay, but optional will make a key difference, and that difference which no other subject can make. Okay, because in GS 1, 2, 3, 4, if you go and see the marks, you just go and check someone's mark sheet. Okay, the marks will be like 80, 85, 90, 95 maximum. Then very less people 100 like this. Okay, here only everyone will be there 80, 85, 90, 80, 85, 90. But in optional it's not like that. In agri optional also some score even 180 also. Okay, some score 220, some score 250, some score 280. So you can see here this guy may be scoring 85 in GS paper 1, this guy may be scoring 95 or 96, but in optional he has already overtaken 100 marks. So this is the importance. Okay, because I am in the process, so you can trust that such things exist, and you should be very thorough with it. And why I'm telling you all this, because see, I'm not telling those who are targeting 23. Okay, 23. Now you are all to prepare for your prelims. Okay, no, nothing doing with optional. I'm only talking to 2024. Those who have 1 year solid with you. Chalo. Okay. Uh, so what is happening in case of agri optional is there is no like specific coaching. Okay, even if there is some coaching, they are not well equipped with respect to UPSC. Okay, it is not that if you get in BSc Agri or MSc Agri gold medal or some good distinction, it doesn't mean that you will be you are like well versed with civil services, because civil services require different types of aptitude and writing skills and knowledge. Okay, that can be only be known by those who are in UPSC, like who have given mains, interview, all these cycles. Okay, because I have gone through this cycle many times, so you'll be able to trust, and uh, you'll be able to do great things. Okay, and definitely I believe every one of you, like who are taking agri optional, even if you're average student, if you think you are an average student, still you have very fair chance of clearing UPSC with hard work and dedication and with right guidance. Okay, UPSC, you need right guidance and strategy. If you don't have these things and you have everything, there is no meaning. You should have strategy and guidance, then only you'll be able to crack. Why I'm telling like this is because, see, for example, in UPSC, they ask if they ask one question, we need to answer it with respect to policy oriented answer, not just giving your knowledge of agriculture or some subject. Okay, even if they ask some question like GM crops, okay, it's not that only technical things you speak. If you ask a geneticist, he will only speak technical things. But if you are writing for civil services, you have to write about the recent varieties, mustard varieties, okay, the recent the cotton varieties, the HTBT cotton, okay, about the brinjal, and also different examples, okay, because this has policy implication. And these all things you will learn slowly, not that I can tell you in this slide. And when you look at the broad analysis, okay, so though agriculture optional, paper one is bit generic, okay, there we need to add we need to add some value to all the uh, options which we are reading, okay, like having sprinkle some current affairs, okay, some ICR data, okay, and the economic survey, and Google many things. For example, they ask about conservation agriculture. How many of you know how much is the area under conservation agriculture? Some 2-3 million hectare or something. Okay, if they ask conservation agriculture, whether you're able to draw and diagram and show the three components. If you do all these things, then you will get good marks in paper one. Not that just you know that what is conservation agriculture, what is organic, everyone knows it. But uh, but you need to make notes, then answer writing. We'll discuss all these things later also. But paper two, if you see in general, it is very specific. For example, last year they asked about clonal propagation, one year back. Okay, clonal propagation. Clonal selection they asked for I think 15 or 20 marks. So if you don't know what is clonal selection or you have forgotten, you can't write 3 pages. They gave you 3 pages. And they asked, I think this lock and key mechanism 1 year back. And you for 15 marker, how can you write 3 pages? Okay, in paper two, specificity is the key. You can't just like blindly know something and write. You will get low score. I'm telling you, what happens is in paper one, students get average score. But in paper two, lot of variation. We have friends who got 80. Also, they have people who got 120, 130. That in paper two. In paper one, this variation is less. Okay, if it is like this, then here it is like this. Okay, some are here, some are here. But here the variation is less. This all you should know when you prepare. And this is about notes making. Make topic-wise notes. Okay, that I will tell you in detail what you can do. And also keep the PYQ questions ready with you for each and every topic. Okay. And bring out key topics for end minute revision. Okay. First, you can make some for a particular topic, make some 4 to 5 pages notes, then bring it down to 2 to 3. And when you go for exam, it should be less than half-page notes for each topic. You should be able to glance between the 2 hours. You know that between paper one, okay, and paper two, we have 2 hour gap. In that 2 hour, you should be able to revise. That you should remember now. This is like reverse. You should think. What will I do in the 2 hours? Okay, and also always think about the value addition, how we can do. So that I will tell you. Okay, so this is the timeline which I expect you people to follow. Okay, don't think you have more time. You just have like 1 year, which is very less, not 1 year. Why, you know? If you are preparing from now, it will take some 4 to 5 months. Okay, every day you should give at least 4 hours. Then you will be able to complete the basic study material, basic study, and make that basic notes. Okay, and in August, September, October, what I will tell you, then do test practice. Otherwise, what will happen if you don't do test practice? Then reading is one thing. Okay, in some BSc Agri or in your graduation, you have read many things, but writing is the key. If you don't write or you don't properly write and depict things, then you are bound to fail. Okay, so test practice is the key. So in these months, you have to revise and make it. And by November, December, your short note should be ready with all these things. And and by November, December, if short notes are ready, then from Jan you don't have time. You have to go for films. Then you will directly come in June. Maybe next like June prelims will be there. So then only you have very short time. Like for example, if I tell you in this month, just 2 months are there now for paper one, and you just have 3 months for paper two. Okay. For example, in paper two, you have up to some 80, 90 topics are there. Okay. And every day, even if you do one topic, it will be less. That is the only time you have. But if you plan like this, I'm telling you, make it in your notice board and paste it and follow this timetable. I'm assuring you, you will definitely get very good marks. Okay, 260 to 280 marks, and you will clear in the 2024 attempt only. No need of going in this cycle. Okay. So some of you ask me like, sir, like how the questions we need to make notes. Okay. For example, you see, I've taken one topic, biofertilizer. Okay, if you see the questions they have asked, okay, they are asking and they're constraint in popularization of, okay, this is the constraint word. Write it here, constraint. Okay. Next, discuss the kind of biofertilizers and their application. Kinds, application. Kinds, application. Okay. Then limited acceptance among the farmers. This is like limited acceptance. That is also like constraint. Same. Simply they have changed the word. Okay. I'll differentiate inorganic and organic fertilizer. This inorganic, organic fertilizer. This is also same. So in biofertilizer, if you know these three topics, constraint, make notes, kinds, okay, different types, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium solubilizers, okay, and cellulose based, okay, like this you can make kinds over constraint. So like it cannot be stored more than 6 months and other points, just make one notes, then the difference. Based on it, make one difference and then example. If you do like this, then it is done. See, biofertilizer, what is there? All the questions you have made it into subtopics. You have made like constraints. Constraints you have made, uh, kinds you have made notes. Okay, chemical and organic you have made notes. So by this you have completely made your notes and you can be safe in it. So next, see, for example, this is our syllabus. Syllabus is the key. Daily, you need to paste the syllabus in your room and every day prepare, see it continuously. See here, this is the first topic. Okay, daily take one topic and finish it. Ecology and its relevance to man. So for these topics, natural resources, all these topics, use Google. And plus you can use Shankar IAS, okay, the environment portion, and also some current affair portion. Okay, for example, ecology and its relevance to man. You should be able to tell what is ecology and relevance to man. It provides food, feed, fiber, fodder. These are the key points. What is the ecology and its relevance to man? These are the major things. And many others are there, but just major. 4Fs. Suddenly, when you see the syllabus, I should say 4Fs for this topic. Okay, natural resources. What are different types of natural resources? Okay, what are the application of natural resources? Like this, your mind should run. Their sustainable management and conservation. Physical and social environment. What are the physical environment? Okay, temperature, RH. Okay, light intensity, all these things, solar radiation, all these things should come. Social and environment. Okay, social condition and social conditions. Okay, caste, religion, and the different socio-economic factors that affect crop distribution and production. Agroecology, what is the meaning? What are the different factors which affect the ecology and interaction between agroecosystem and ecology? Okay, like that you should make. And for example, environment, pollution, and ecology hazard for crops, animals, and humans. Make difference, like for crops, separate notes, animals. Okay, and for humans, like in humans, you have different diseases. Okay, methanoglobemia is there. Okay, and nitrate toxicity. Okay, also you have arsenic toxicity, mercury toxicity. Okay, so such things you should all remember. And these things you can directly know from this our GS3 portion also will be reading. But for example, if you ask about remote sensing, then you should write about the Bhuvan satellite system of ISRO, which is aiding in agriculture remote sensing. Okay, Bhuvan. So like this current affair, you should link with these topics. So these topics are not like comparatively easy. Okay, and you can see like organic precision farming. Okay, if they ask anything regarding this, you should be able to draw a diagram and show it how it is. Okay, package of practices of important crops. Please know it with examples and know like sugarcane. Okay, they have asked about ratuning many times. Okay, they have asked about the package of practices also many times. So this you should know. Okay, in fibers they have asked retting. Okay, usually fodder crops they have asked in less extent, but you can't say they will not ask. They may ask. Okay, and every topic in the syllabus should be clear. For example, this topic you don't get much notes, but you should prepare and keep impact of high yielding and short duration varieties. So you should know the example of high yielding varieties, example of some short duration varieties. Okay, so this is like different forestry. So this I will recommend you to read Angry Notes or some TNU notes. Okay, here also you can find these topics. These are like easy one topics. So here also, based on the PYQ, please make notes for all these things. In soil science also. Okay. Uh, uh, Wherever possible, try to bring innovation. If you bring innovation, you will get good marks. Just learning topics or joining some coaching will not help you. They will teach you, maybe you will understand or not. Just it will give you satisfaction that you are going to class, everything. Real thing is you need good understanding of the topic and you should think, practice it. Uh, Okay. If they are soils of India, you should definitely know the map of how the soil distribution is there. Okay, essential plant nutrients, different types of classification you should be able to draw. Because draw means you know, but you should draw it to make sure that the examiner is impressed. Okay. For example, if they ask integrated nutrient management, you should also say about how SPAD can be used. Okay, precision nutrient management can be used. Some keywords which you can use. Okay, if they ask this efficient phosphorus and potassium use, you should be able to draw a graph of showing how this interaction is there in the soil. Okay, soil factors affecting greenhouse gas. You should know the percentage of how much it is affecting. So what I'm telling you is you should prepare notes like this. Then only you'll be able to revise it and reproduce in the examination. Okay. And for example, agri-economics. Here you have good scope for current affairs to be added here. Okay. Don't restrict only to the basics of this one, agricultural economics. Go ahead. For example, if they ask cooperatives, okay, give some more examples. Okay. If they in a like in extension you have NGOs. Okay. For example, in IARI, okay, in agriculture also they are investing. Okay, like Bell and Melinda Gates Foundation. Recently they visited also. Okay, they are investing in ICR research. Some new examples also should give in NGOs, not only the old examples like KVK. We have a now concept of EKVKs, so that should you should use it in the conclusions. Okay, such things you should try to bring the new methodologies and in paper too. Okay, so maybe if you are interested, we can discuss all these things in some detail also sometime completely. Okay, but now I'm just giving you an overview. Okay, in genetics also you can see cell structure, function, and cell cycle. Okay, synthesis, structure, and the function of genetic materials, loss of heredity. Okay, chromosome structure, chromosomal aberration. Here, all you can bring lot of diagrams and this one. even in linkage and crossing over, and their significance in recombination breeding. Many people don't know what is the significance. Okay, you should be able to make it into points. Okay, show it with the use of example, how crossing over is happening, how linkage, how can you show linkage between two genes, how you can show linkage. Okay, give some examples of linkage, complete linkage, incomplete linkage. Okay, so if they ask mutation, whether do you know the varieties which are there? Okay, inheritability, you should be able to know what is broad sense, what is narrow sense, when broad sense is used, when narrow sense is used. So like that, your mind should work like that. You should be able to understand, like sterility, if they ask, you should be able to know like CMS, CGMS, GMS, TGMS, EGMS. Okay, transgenic, even in environment, different types, temperature based, photoperiod based. So your mind should be able to do it in a very fast manner. You should be able to know like what is the difference between all these three: sex linked, influenced, and limited. What are the specific examples for all this? So if you know all these things, then nobody can beat you. They will be able to score very high. Same is with respect to plant breeding also. For example, molecular markers and their application. What we students do is, I have given that question also. I think not much of you have answered and sent me. Okay, so we'll just write some RFLP or something like that. But do you know, if examiner, if you write RFLP, these are very old, nobody is using it, then he will give you some 3 marks. But if you write some recent markers, which presently we are using, like some SSR markers, which we are using, okay, or there's some genome sequence based markers which you're using. So some new things, if you write, definitely he will give 3, means he will give 4. Okay, this is with respect to all the topics which are there. And I'm telling you, genetics, breeding, and seed science, be very strong. Okay, no doubt. Even in physiological topics, make diagrams and add value. Because in paper two, many of them get very low score in agriculture also. But if you prepare, then you will get very high score. Both are there. It's up to us. Okay, but in Horti, uh, definitely you have to make notes and keep. Otherwise, you can't read after prelims, even patho ento also. Just make notes. Don't like mm, go for like someone will feed you and teach you. You have enough resources on the online market, online, like the angry notes are there. Use them. That will be enough rather than going or craving for many other things. Okay. These things you will be able to cover from our GS3 portion only. Okay, only some topics you will have to read, like this protein energy malnutrition, this HRD in the context of work capacity owner. Every topic I'm telling you, every line is an like lifeline for me. So every line you should know. Check every line you know or not. Okay. So as I told you, always try to use some keywords. Okay, for example, now millets is there, millet. So now they are using it as Sri Anna. Okay, Sri Anna. So you should definitely write that in budget. Okay, you should write about Indian Institute of Millet Research, what it is doing. Okay, you should write about the different products which are there. You should write about the, definitely in the conclusion, Odisha, how it is promoting millets. Okay, and how SHGs are working in this field. Okay, and make some diagrams. If it is about some social, like even poverty, they are asking some questions. So you can make the diagram of how poverty is moving in the generation to generation diagram, and bring in more facts and current affairs. All these things, if I tell, it's easy, but you have to write. If you don't write, you will not get good marks. That is the only strategy. Okay. You know about the book list and all. Okay. All the basic books. You need not like completely buy the book. If you have that book with someone, just go through the syllabus and only read those topics which are necessary. Okay. In plant pathology, also some of the angry notes you can use. Okay. And for genetics and plant breeding, you can use the Kundan Singh book or the plant breeding book by me also. Okay. And in VK Jain, just read these topics. Don't go for all topics. Only these important topics. Don't go for shortcut. Read sometime. You have time. Okay. In introductory horticulture, only specific topics, not everything. Make notes of it. That's it. Over. Once you make notes for 2 to 3 topics, then throw it away. Okay, nowadays you also see some new questions like it's not that like 80-90% repetition is there, but still maybe 80% I can tell. 80% repetition is there, but still there are some new questions like site-specific nutrient management they asked. Okay, this year also they asked about some of the pathways also. Okay, which they usually don't ask from physiology. So some new questions will be there. So don't worry about them, but go one step ahead. That will be safe. Okay, you can see the newspaper. Okay, whenever I put some article, try to read it. Okay, put some schemes. Okay, and go through this economic survey and budget. Like if you're going for planes, no? Then you will read them and apply it in the planes. Don't forget. Okay, for any guidance or help, you can just WhatsApp me in this number. Okay, so if you want, like if some students are interested, they can go for a personal mentorship. Okay, so the difference is I told him in who has UPSC interview experience, so he will be able to better guide you rather than you will be able to work a lot and then gain. Okay, so I'm planning like maybe if you are a serious aspirant, then only I'll be guiding you, maybe 5 students. Okay, if you are interested, you can telegram, you can WhatsApp me, or in the Telegram you can message me. So we will see what could be the cost basis or something. And also some other like mains test series is also there. Many students have written. Okay, and many students are writing also, or some PYQ questions if you want to discuss that questions are there. So based on your need, you can contact. Okay. So try to write the test and get it evaluated. Okay. Then see, for example, this is the copy of Ramakrishna Saran's, okay, who is IPS this year, and he has also given interview this time. He also wrote many answers with us. You can see his video also with us. Okay, he has told about how his experience was. Like I have corrected and this. Okay, some of the questions I'm just sharing one question which he wrote and sent me. Okay, remember that it's not that someone, if he an IPS officer writing, it's not that he is completely perfect. Okay, they also have some mistakes will be there and everything. Okay, so first what he has written an introduction, very specific introduction you should learn. Okay, and then he has written 3 major points. Okay, then he see discuss the genetic base of heterosis. He has given heterosis definition, then given some points on heterosis, and then he directly jumps giving subheading genetic basis of heterosis. 3 major theories have been there. One is dominance. Okay. Then he has written more than number of dominant genes, more the heterotic effect. Okay. The key point he has highlighted in this manner. Okay. And he has also given the name of the scientist who has given. Okay, that will add value. Then he has also given you the example how he has explained. He has also given the objections of this theory. Okay. Next, the over dominance. Heterozygous F1 progeny would produce different products than their parents, more than in between dominant and A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay, A1 into A2 less heterosis, A1 into A4 higher heterosis. Okay, this is called keyword is there. Okay, he could have written that is per se heterozygosity. Okay, just because of heterozygosity, you will get over dominance. That is the key for this answer. Okay, and also is written about epistasis. Okay, though he has missed like conclusion, he could have written conclusion. He could have got another half mark in this. Okay, here also you can write conclusion. We will think we cannot write. Okay, how heterosis and these are useful in the hybrid breeding program. We can give some examples of some of the varieties which are produced by hybrid breeding program. So that if you could have written, you could have got much better marks in this question. Okay. See, he has tried to write everything which he knows. That is one thing which you can write. Completely he has written. Even 2 pages, completely he has filled it. Okay. In Telegram group, I have shared many of his copies of Ramakrishna sir. You can check in Telegram group. This is only one question I am just showing you for this session. Okay. Many students this time, maybe around 10 students, 10 to 15 students who are from agri background are giving interview this time. Okay. Who are under my guidance, and also many students are writing mains tests also. Okay, So this is one notes. Okay, notes. We are also providing some notes also. Okay, if you're interested, you can. This is some handwritten notes. Okay. So we take help of our own friends and juniors, like who are from IRI. Okay. So you know about IRI, which is the most premier institute for agriculture in India. So you can see the notes. For example, cytoplasmic engineering is due to genes located in the cytoplasm, for example, mitochondria. Character of only one parent usually is transmitted. Okay, all in key points, just in key points, just remember that's it. Then in maternal effect, okay, key points. No segregation in F2, no reciprocal difference, phenotypic F1, reciprocal difference is F1, no segregation F2, like this we should. Example, done. This you can expand in exam. Your note should be like this. Okay, this should be your notes. Okay, in coiling in this one, example, that's it, over. Plastid inheritance, next. Okay, in 2 pages. This is third page. Okay, this is in much detail. This may not be required for us. Okay, here you see, for example, these three things are there in syllabus: sex linkage, okay, sex influence state, sex limited. All the major points are here. Okay, these traits affect structural function of the body and is expressed in only one of the two sexes, although the trait governing genes is present in appropriate genotype in both sexes. This is like the important definition. Okay, maybe X-linked or autosomal, and then give an example. So maximum they may ask these questions for 5 or 10 marks. Okay, this particular topic or these three topics they can ask for some 10 marker. Usually they have asked for 10 marker. So this you can easily expand, make some checkerboard and then explain, then it will run to 2 pages. Okay, see here examples, the major point. So these notes also are very helpful. Okay, so if you are interested, you will see. Then you see why I'm telling you, read the PYQs and study from the strategy, how to prepare. Okay, so this you can check in the Telegram group. This question paper I prepared. Okay, I just gave 25 questions. Okay, just some 3-4 days before UPSC means. Okay, you can check in the Telegram group also. Okay, so after that, before 3-4 days, they have just that 3-4 days, 5 days gap. Na? So they can, the students can read only 25 questions. Maximum they can go through some 25 questions. So I gave 25 questions, out of which nearly 13-14 questions got came. Out of the 25, some 13-14 questions came. Okay, directly or indirectly. Because in UPSC, you will have some 25 to 28 questions only. Okay, and in that also you'll be able to write only 15-16 because that much only you have options. So some 13-14 questions, if you are able to guess in the 25 question, that is a huge number and you will be very confident. For example, see these questions all came, you can check from your main copy also. Okay, quality of irrigation water. So it is very difficult to make 25 questions. I can make some 1,000 questions and say 15 questions came. That is not a great thing. 25 questions, and then if you get some 15 questions, for example, this you see contingency crop planning in dry land area. This was same was asked, no change. In dry land area only I was asked contingency farming. Okay, so such things based on experience, we'll be able to know like which area UPSC is focusing much. Okay, so these are the key things which I wanted to discuss. Okay, so what I want you to do is focus on your preparation, make notes. For answer writing, I will take another session also for you if you are interested, because already have taken sessions some 4-5 months back for the main student, but for you also will take some sessions if you're interested. Okay, now make notes for all the topics, revise each and everything. Okay, so this